Welcome to the 2020 P6 Stella High School Mathematics Prelim Paper MCQ Answers. Grab your pen and papers and let's get started. Alright, question 1. Which of the following is 802,000? So if I were to underline it, 802,000, 802, 1,000 is 30, and 35. So I just plus 35. Okay, I'm going to do the working here. Okay, so this is my answer. You're gonna get option number 2. Okay. Next, in 86.57, the digit what is in the tens place? Tens place is this. Okay, so it's the first decimal after the dot. It's the first digit after the dot, the decimal, so it's 5. Okay, your answer will be 4. Okay, just to add on, 7 will be your hundreds place. Okay, it's an E here, it's an R. Okay, it's hundreds place. So let's move on. Which of the following fraction is the greatest? We have to make them the same denominator, but in this case you get numbers 3, 5, 4 and 7, and your common denominator will be pretty big. This MCQ, no calculators are allowed, so let's compare 1 and 2 first. We choose the bigger one out of 1 and 2, and then we compare 3 and 4 and we choose the bigger one out of these two. Okay, so I'm going to do the working here where there's a small space. So for 2 over 3, I can make it times 5 and times 5 to make it 10 over 5, 10 over 15. And for 2 over 5, I can multiply by 3 to make it over 15 or so. So in between this is the bigger one. So I'm just going to put a tick here first. So this is already out, so I put a cross. So between 3 over 4 and 3 over 7, my common denominator will be 28. So I times 7. And here I times 4. Which one is bigger? This is bigger. So I'm going to tick this and cross this. So now I'll compare these two. 2 over 3 and 3 over 4. So a common number between these two is 12. Okay, so this is times 3. So I get 9. And this is times 4. I get 8. So which one is bigger? 9 over 12 is bigger. So 3 over 4 is bigger than this, so I cross this. So my answer will be ultimately 3. Okay, so in exams, if you are stuck, you don't know, you feel like the common denominator is too big, always use this method. Compare 2 first, choose the bigger one, then compare the other pair. Okay, then after that, we compare the last 2 winners, and then we see which one is the greater one. Okay, don't worry, you will be able to do it. So the question, the option 3 is the answer. Okay, and which of the following is the smallest multiple of 5? One interesting fact about multiples of 5 is that they either end with a 0 or 5. Okay, let's check. Let's list out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So it's either of 0 or 5. I end with a digit 0 or 5. So this one is out and this one is out. So we are left with 3,205 and 2,350. Which one is smallest? Obviously it's number 3, because number 3 is 2,000 while number 2 is 3,000. So my answer is 3. Pretty straightforward, and a lot of things here are testing you on the basics. So if you are not familiar, just keep doing and don't give up. Okay, we're going to move on to question 5 now. Question 5. Which of the following road signs is symmetrical? When we deal with symmetry questions, we tend to draw lines. Okay, we tend to draw the lines of symmetry to see if something is symmetrical, and that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so I'm going to draw a line from here to here. Okay, is this symmetrical? It's not, because this side is slanted out. Okay, well, this is a straight line, so this is not the answer. Let's try option 2. Let's cut it down. Okay, seems like number 2 is our answer, but let's move on to option 3 and 4 and find out why they are not the answers. Okay, so option 3, let's also draw a line down. Okay, option 3 is a little bit tricky, and can you see how this is an arrow up? I'm gonna circle it. Okay, there's an arrow up here, but this is an arrow down. So this is why option 3 is not the answer. Okay, and I'm gonna draw for option 4. Okay, option 4 is quite obvious that it's not, because this is arrow up and there's no arrow up here, so it's not symmetrical. So my answer will be number 2. Okay. Okay, let's move on to question 6. Which of the following is the same as 7060 cm? Okay, we're dealing with conversion. Let me put it here. 100 cm is 1 meter. So 7060 cm equals to how many meters? If 100 cm is 1 meter, what is 1000 cm? It will be 10 meters. Okay, I just add another 0 on both sides. I add a 0 here, I add a 0 here. So this is what I get. So I have 7000 here. So I have 7000 cm equals to 70 meter. So I have remaining of 1. 7060 minus will be 7000. I'm getting 60. So my answer will just be 70 meters, 60 cm, which is option number 4. Okay, look at this step-by-step method and the working, and then move on together with me, okay? The height of a tree is 15.5 meters when rounded to 1 decimal place. What is the greatest possible height of the tree? So one thing we can do is just to round off everything. Okay, round off everything to 1 decimal place. I underline all the tens place first. Okay, so we look at the number on the digit on our right hand side. The digit on our right hand side is a 5. So this means that we have to round up. So it becomes 15.5 meters. Okay. The digit on the left hand side is 9. So it's above 5. So we also have to round up. So you get 15.5 meters. And this one, the digit on our right hand side is 4. So we do not have to round up. So it remains as 15.5 meters. And the last one, the digit on our right side is 9, so we got to round up. So when we round up, we get 15.6 meters. And so this is definitely out. And between these three, which one is the greatest? 15.445. So my answer is 3. Okay, because my 10th place is a digit 5, which is bigger than 4. Okay, so very straightforward. Let's move on together. Willie exchanges a $10 note for 50 coins. So all the coins have the same value. So it's either 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, or 50 cents. And let's change $10 into cents, okay? So that we can handle it easily, okay? So we change all to the same units since we're dealing with cents. So 50 coins is the total, correct? Will give me 1000 cents. Let's find out how much is 1 coin. What we simply need to do is just to take 1000 to divide by 50. Alright, so we can cancel away the zeros. So we are left with 100 over 5. Over means divide, so let's go and divide it together. We are going to get 20 cents. Okay, so my answer would just be option 3, which is 20 cents. Got it? Okay, we are going to move on. Question 9. Which of the shapes below has both the parallel and perpendicular lines? So parallel lines are lines that will never ever meet each other. And an example will be found here. This is a trapezium. So this is a parallel line. Okay, trapeziums have one parallel line. So this is a parallelogram. So there are 2 parallel lines. This is one of it. and the other one is here. Okay, lines that never ever meet each other. This is a rhombus. There are two pairs of parallel lines. Okay, so this is definitely out because there are no parallel lines. Okay, so let's see. Parallel lines done. Perpendicular lines are lines with right angle. So it's really obvious that this is a right angle, and this is a right angle, and this is also a right angle. So my answer will be number 1, because number 2 and 4 has no right angle. Okay, I'm gonna use a protractor to show you how a right angle look like. Okay, for those who do not know. So this is a protractor, and I'm gonna try and show it to you. Okay, come. So can you see this is a right angle here, and this is also a right angle. Yeah, so I can also like flip it this way so that you can see that this is a right angle. Okay, this is a right angle. So these three are all right angles. Okay, I'm going to move on to question 10. In the diagram below, AE and CF are straight lines. So straight lines means that they can add up to 180 degrees. They want to find DOE. They already put DOE here for me. So how to find? Do you realize there's a right angle here? So this angle is actually 90 degree. So in order to find DOE, I just need to take 180 to minus 90, which is this one, and minus away 21. Okay? So 180 minus 90, we have to do working because this MCQ, right? So we try and follow. Okay? So I'm going to get 9. So 90 minus 21 is 69. Okay? So my answer will be 69 degree, which is option number 2. Okay? We are going to move on together. Alright, question 11. The table below shows the scores of 5 students in a contest. Student A 30, B 45, C 90, 60, 75. They want us to choose the graph which is correct. So let's just look at the first one first. There are 2 spaces, right? So if there are 2 spaces, let's just take A's score to minus away, to divide by 2 because there are 2 spaces. So 30 divided by 2, we are going to get 15. Okay, so this means that 15 and 15. I'm going to use a thinner. And 15. Okay, then let's look at B. B has 3 15s, right? So if this is 30, 30 plus 15, what do I get? I'll get 45. Okay, so it's correct. So how many 15s are there here? There are 3 15s, 3 15s, 6 15s. So you can just take 45 times 2 because it's 2 sets of 3 and B is 45. So you're going to get 90. Okay, it's correct. So this is 90, this is 45, and this is 30. So this is what? 45 plus 15. Okay, I'm going to get 60. Okay, seems like this might just be my answer. So 60 plus 15, I'm going to get 75. Alright, so my answer would just be this, option 1. Okay, but follow me, okay? Let's see what's wrong with all these 3, okay? So so A is 15, 15 also, so it's 30. So seems like they're using the 15. And this is 15, 15, 15, so it's 45. So, okay, the problem lies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15 times 7 is 105. So that's why this is not the answer. Okay, because there's an extra space here. Okay, that's why this is not the answer. And look at this. A is 1 space, so that means if this is 30, this will be 60, because 30 times 2 is 60. So this is not the answer because B is already wrong. Okay, So same thing here. So if this 1 space, this 2 space, if this is 30, this will be 60. So this is not the answer too. So my answer is number 1. Okay, we are lucky because the first option that we put in a lot of working is our answer. Okay, but we also have to see what's wrong so that we learn from it. Okay, right? Question 12. Henry had 8k cookies and he gave 7 cookies to each of his friends. And after that, he had 2k cookies left. So express the number of friends Henry had in terms of k. Let's not go too far yet. Let's focus on this second sentence. He had 2k cookies left. And I tend to make my students underline so that they can see clearer. So if I have 2k cookies left, that means 6k was given to friends to share. Okay? So if each friend had gotten 7 cookies, what does this mean? Let's see. For one friend, and I have 6k cookies, how many friends do I have? I just take 1 divided by 7 times 6k. Okay? So 1 over 7 times 6k. 6k is there's no fraction, so I'll just put over 1. So it's 6k over 7 friends. Okay? Which is option 1. Okay? So always follow this method. Yeah, it will help you a lot. Okay? So if 7 cookies were given to one friend, 6k cookies were given to 6k divided by 7. Okay? I'm going to move on to question 13. ABC and ACD are isosceles triangles. So for ACD, since it's here, let's do it. So this is also 64 degrees. Okay? Because they are at the base of isosceles triangles. They want me to find BAD. So let's find CAD first. This angle here. CAD will be equals to 180 minus 64 minus 64. Because total angle in a triangle, it's 180. Okay? Let's do the working here. 180 minus 64. I'm going to get 116. So 116 minus 64 again. I'm going to get 2. I'm going to get 52. Okay? So CAD is 52 degrees. I'm going to write here 52. Okay? So what is this angle here? Let's find out what is BCA. BCA is 180 minus 64 because angles on a straight line. Alright? So 180 minus 64, I'm going to get 116, which is the same as the on top working. Okay? So if this is 116, what's at the bottom? Let's find out, okay? To find out what is angle ABC, I will need to take 180 to minus away this 116 and then to divide by 2 because there are 2 base angles. One is here and one is here. Okay? So 180 minus 116, I'll just get 64. So 64 divided by 2, let's do it together. Okay, so my answer is 32 degrees. This is 32 and this is also 32. Okay, so in total, angle BAD would just be 32 plus 52. Okay, always do working. I mean, you can mental calculate and all, but doing working will eliminate all careless mistakes. So my answer is number 4. Okay. Okay, question 14. A box contained red and blue pens. After another 60 pens were added to the box, the percentage of red pens increased from 30 to 40. So that means red at first, right, was 30%, right? So blue will be 100% minus 30%, which will be 70%. Okay, so that means at first, if I simplify, it will be 3:7. Okay, I'm going to do the working here. 100 minus 30. Okay, so this is how I get 70%, and then I just cross out the 2 zeros to get 3 to 7. Okay, so after that it became 45%. So red is to blue. After that red became 45%, right? So blue will be 100% minus away 45%. I'm going to get 55%. Okay, so if I were to simplify, I divide both by 5, I will get 9 here and I'll get 11 here. Okay, so only 60 pence, red pence were added. Did blue pence change? Blue pence remain the same. Okay, I didn't add anything, I didn't take away anything. So the only thing that increased was red pen. So in order to do this question and compare these two ratio, I need to make my blue pens the same number of units. Okay, so my 7 and 11 must be the same. So we have to times 11, and for this we have to times 7. So this way both of them are 77. Okay, so whatever you do on the right hand side, you got to do on the left hand side also. So if you times 11 here, here you also got the times 11, so you're going to get 33. I multiplied by 7 here, I get 77. Right hand side, left hand side also must multiply by 7, so I'm going to get 63. Okay, so now blue pens are the same. So you realize that red pens increased from 33 units to now 63 units. Okay, so how many units increase was it? Let's take 63 unit to minus 33 unit. What I'll get is working time 30 units. Okay, so this is in terms of units. How many pence is it? So 30 units is 60 pence. So 30U equals to 60 pence. Okay, so how many blue pens were there in the box? That means we are trying to find out what is 77 units, but okay, it's a bit big, so let's find one unit first. We take 60 divide by 30. First, we cross out the 2 zeros. Okay, left hand side can cross, right hand side can cross, and then 6 divided by 3 will just be 2. So the number of blue pens is 77 units. Okay, so in order to find out what is the number, we take 77 times 2. Okay, workings here. I'm going to get 154. Okay, so my answer would just be option number 2. Okay, so definitely worth 2 marks. They are testing you on more than above average kind of ratio questions, but just keep practicing and you'll be okay. Let's move on to question 15. Each of the cards below is printed with a different number. The number 9 is neither the smallest nor the largest number. Okay, so when these numbers are added up two at a time, the sums are 16, 28 and 30. So do you realize that they didn't tell you what number plus what number, like biggest plus smallest or whatever? They just tell you the 3 sums. And they want you to find the ratio of the smallest to the largest number. So this is the middle number, okay? I'm going to get one number that's bigger than 9 and one number that's smaller than 9 over here. Okay, so I'm going to circle these 2 numbers. Okay, these are 2 numbers we should take note of, because this is the smaller sum and this is the bigger sum. So when there's a smaller sum, what does it mean? That means that it's the sum of the smallest number plus the second number. Okay, so there's first, the second, and third. Okay, so biggest number is the first, smallest number is the third. Okay, middle number is 9. Okay, so if I add 9 and the smallest number, I'll get 16. So what's the smallest number? I'll just take 16. Okay, I'm not gonna put anything here first because that's just the sum. Okay, so but the sum of these two is 16. So to find the smallest number, I'll just take 16 minus 9 equals 7. Okay, I'm gonna get 7. So there I have it. Okay, the biggest sum is 30. So the sum is the biggest number plus the second biggest number. So in order to find out what is the biggest number, I'll just take 30 minus 9. Working. I'm gonna get 21. Okay, so now we have 21, 9 and 7. So we can just take the biggest plus the smallest. Okay, because that's the only option we didn't get. So this is 30, which is big plus second biggest. This is small plus second biggest. And then now, in order to find out what is 28, we can take biggest plus smallest. So biggest plus smallest will just be 21 plus 7, which is 28. Okay, I might be going a bit fast for this question, but try and rewatch it again if you all don't understand. So we're not done here. We got our 3 numbers, but what is the ratio of the smallest to largest? Smallest is 7. Largest is 21. So we divide by 7 for both sides. We're going to get 1:3. Okay, so option will be 1. Very, very fun question. And definitely not something that is easy. But it's okay. We're done with MCQ. I'll see you in the next video, which will be Booklet B.